How's it going, guys? Jacob here. Today I've got the Roland FP-E50 Arranger keyboard. This being an arranger keyboard means you get a lot of the normal trappings that come with a arranger instrument like this. You get programmed drum beats. There's also chord progressions built in. You have accompaniment mode, which allows you to play a chord anywhere really on the keyboard, and it can sense that progression and it will move along with you. These are standard things arrangers do, but I want to tell you what stood out to me when I sat down to play this instrument in particular the first time. From left to right, something I like. There's wheels over here. There's pitch bend. And this one is set for modulation, which is especially great for lead sounds. And I read your comments, guys. I'm sure you probably know that, but a lot of comments I see is, why isn't there a pitch bend on this guy? Or what's going on here? Why isn't there a pitch wheel? Well, you've got one here. So if you want to do a lead sound of some type, if you go in here, you can go to categories. Say you want to do a lead, there's poly key, Clav. God, there's so many sounds on this thing, which is another thing that's great. Oh, there's some distortion guitars, so here you go. Sounds just like a guitar, right? No, but that sounds really great, and so having that is a big thing for a lot of you out there, I know. The next thing I like is the level section here with these faders for each of the main things that you'd be mixing on this keyboard, which is the keyboard itself, the accompaniment, the rhythm, the pattern, the background track that's going on, song, and then the mic, because there is a mic input on here, so you can actually go through this, you could sing through this. But I just love that because it's really easy and accessible. So if I'm playing a beat, it's very simple. So I can be actively changing the mix between the track and between when I'm playing on the go like that. There's no menu, there's not a lot of confusing things, it's marked very clearly. I like that. Moving on, you have some standard functions like split dual modes. You can split the keyboard or layer the piano, transposing, ambiance, which is like your reverb. Under that, there's the category buttons that let you go between the different types of sounds. You heard a little electric piano in the beginning. Let's just go to the Concert Grand so you can take a listen to that beautiful Roland Concert Grand piano. Now, I played a while on that sound because, to be honest, these piano sounds are very good. They're actually the kinds of sounds that inspire me to play, to get lost. Now, I understand there are keyboards at many different prices. They all have different levels in terms of sound quality, but for this keyboard, it's very nice. And the feel on this is good too, for being expressive, for playing piano sounds, an acoustic sound that's modeled after a real piano. It feels nice. It's an expressive instrument. Nice feel. Let's hear a few more sounds. Another piano, rock piano. This one ought to be a bit brighter. There's a lot of pianos here. Piano and choir. Piano and pad. Nice. Other categories, there's some more pianos there. Electric grand, you have some of those. Let's keep going through. 70s suitcase, here's your classic kind of Rhodes sound. There's a nice tremolo EP in here. Yeah. Whirly. This one's called Curly Whirly. I like that. Again, I'm having a hard time playing short examples here because these are some nice sounds and it's fun to play. Another category, E-piano 2, so there's even more electrics here. It's a phaser. Play something different here. Let's go on here. Strings, here's some strings. You've got cello, viola, all of the solo string instruments, fiddle. Nice. Ensemble strings. Let's see, let's try. You've got a few articulations, pizzicato. Organs. And I am so happy that wheel 2 is set to control your Leslie speed. Nice. Let's try another one. See, here is gospel organ. Let's hear that one. Yeah, an organ with a pitch bend. How about that? Church organ. Yes. A couple other variations. Some synth sounds, let's check it out. JP8. Yes, indeed. Lots of pads here, man. Lots of sounds. Awesome to have so many sounds available. Right. The bell category. That definitely had like a start screen kind of thing for me. Very nostalgic. Moving on to some more synths. Polykey. Yeah, super saws. All right, let's see, what else have we got? So many sounds, man, look at that. Ooh, what's Vox key? I love that progression today. Harpsichord, Clav. Oh, let's listen to a Clav. Clav with phaser, Clav 1. Another Clav. Yeah, so many variations. That's what I like. There's lots of variations in here. Oh, that progression again. Just keep playing variations of it. Celesta. Oh, that's a Celesta, Celesta. That's how most people know that sound. Accordion. pretty sure that's out of an accordion's range. I'm not exactly sure. Very cool. Harmonica. Bells. Tubular bells, orchestral, like orchestral bells. Vibraphone. Man, so many sounds. By the way, we've gotten to other. So we went through piano, E-piano, strings, organ pad. Now we're into the other section. Vibraphone, marimba, xylophone, guitars. Moving on to guitars. Heard a little distortion guitar earlier. Nylon guitar, steel guitar, we could take a chance to look at ambiance here too. I hold that down. So let's flip that on. Got different types: concert hall, cathedral. Got the send level. There it is. Let's see what else is in here. There's concert hall, lounge, studio. Studio might be nice. Maybe I want something bigger, put it on concert hall, turn up the send all the way. Electric guitar, clean guitar, jazz guitar, let's see what else is here. Mid-tone guitar, delay. Distortion guitar. Heard a little bit of that earlier, but let's pick something else. Rhythmic, distortion rhythmic guitar amp. Harmonics. Wow, yes. Guitar feedback. Sounds like a synth pad to me. Interesting. Overdrive. And look, I know some of you guys out there, especially if you're also guitar players, electric guitar players, you're like, why do they put those sounds on there? But let me tell you, actually one specific story. I've been on gigs before. We did Living on a Prayer or something. I had to play the guitar solo on a keyboard. And look, sometimes us keyboard players are put in that place, okay? If there's only one guitar player or maybe no guitar player, sometimes you got to do it. And look, I'm telling you, you might judge some of those sounds, but in a mix, when you need it, it'll work. Especially, again, having the pitch bend, having the wheels so you can be a little more expressive. It's closer than if it was just like a piano sound, so keep that in mind. Acoustic bass. Classic bass and cymbal. Electric bass, picked bass. Fretless bass. Always like that sound, even on keyboards. It's a pretty cool sound. Slap bass. Now I need the Seinfeld. I knew it was in there. Okay, synth bass. Some of these presets are named after famous synths, like the Juno here, Juno Square Bass. MKS50. R&B bass, MC202. See what that is. Keep it going. Pluck. It's called harpiness. Beautiful and creepy. Harp. Sitar. Getting into some other sounds from around the world here. Koto. And man, there's still some sounds. Orchestral string brass. Solo brass, my goodness. Can't go through them all, guys. There's a lot of sounds. Trumpet. That was dark trumpet. Here's trumpet, trumpet. Double tonguing. Just a couple more here just so you can get a listen. Trombone. Tuba. Yeah, muted trumpet. So many things. French horn, brass 1, brass 2. There'll be some brass, group brass sounds. So you've got some different articulations in there. Wind, bassoon, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, bagpipe. Bagpipe, let's listen to that. There you go. That's always what you hear somehow, right? They love playing that on bagpipes. English horn. Oboe. Flute, sax, whole category for sax, alto sax, tenor sax, baritone. Recorder, vox, choir. Synth voice. Scat. Roland pianos wouldn't be rolling without some scat. Jazz scat. There it was. The fall. I needed that fall. Synth lead. Gosh. Synth brass. Man, a few more. Synth effects. Scream at Me, this is called. Nice. Orchestral hit. Man, sound effects, drums. Awesome. Timpani, finally, we're at the last category. Woodblock castanets. Steel drums. And finally, we're through. So you will not run out of sounds. Moving on to the accompaniment section, scene lets you pick a drum groove. So let's say I want to do space pop. And I just cued the ending there. So you have start, stop, sync, start. It'll start with your playing, variation 1 and 2 for the groove, and then the intro ending if you want it to have an introduction or an ending to that. Accompaniment on off is how I was able to play the chord progressions. It will follow the chords I'm playing. You can hold that down for extra settings. You can have the chord detection mode. There are a few modes in there. Bass inversion. The type of intro, you can set it to be a long or short intro. Really nice to have that control there. Now over to chord sequencer, turn it on. If I do select, it's already on space pop because that's the rhythm that I selected. If I do enter, now I've got these chord changes here. So there are preset built-in chord progressions that go with each rhythm. So if I press play here, it's going to do a little intro, and then it actually has variation 1, variation 2, and it will do a bit of an arrangement for this progression, so check it out. So I can still change variations, I can play along obviously, but I can skip around, which is pretty cool. So I can go to any chord in the progression in the 16 bars. And it'll play it from there. This is very cool. But I don't have to just use the synth pop. I can use any scene with any chord sequence. So I can use the one from slow jazz ballad if I want. I really like that. So see, I just made up a new thing by just combining the chord progressions with a different rhythm. Very cool. Moving through the rest of the instrument menu, different settings, of course. Bluetooth settings, there is Bluetooth capability on here. Input volume, piano designer, gives you some control over the lid. You can change the lid height of the piano. So this would be for pianos, obviously. String, damper volume, key off volume. Pretty cool to have that control. Scene editing, system settings, utility, things like that. Metronome, standard. Tempo for the metronome settings. Next to that, song, which allows me to access the internal memory here and USB memory. So you can actually have a USB storage in here to add things into the instrument, save what you've come up with, what you've built. Really nice. If I go back to here, I have a few presets, city pop, hip jazz. Let's hear hip jazz. Nice. Soundtrack. It's like Mario is cutting my hair or something. So play, stop, fast forward, back and forth through the song. It's a full progression, full rhythm, different fills in there with the drums. Sounds really nice. Then record here, which allows you to record, of course. You can do recording mode. So here would be a new audio file. It's calling it audio 2. Click stop. Now I can play it back. And that's the Roland FP-E50. If you've got any questions, put those below. Remember to like, subscribe, click here for more videos like this, and go to sweetwater.com for all of your music instrument and pro audio needs.